been a long time, old friend.
It has.
You don't have to do this. We're both fighting for the same thing.
In different ways.
You know that the monarchy is just trying to do what's right.
That's the thing about ideas, decisions, and beliefs. Pick any religious, political, or moral subject. What's right isn't always correct.
So you were willing to do something that's morally wrong just because it's not factually accurate? I mean, because something doesn't fit in the realm that fits your logic, your common sense. You're willing to forget morality, compassion, the attempt of trying to do what's right?
Morality and compassion are all well and good until reality steps up and asks you to pay the bill.
What you're doing, what you and Texas are doing, it's wrong.
It will stop Donovan. It'll put an end to all of his madness.
Yeah, it'll put an end to everything.
Everything has an end, Montoya. This world, this universe, humanity, everything has to come to an end.
It doesn't have to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow is just another battle.
You know what I mean. We all deserve the right to live. We deserve the right to try and make it right.
We have. We tried over and over again. We try and we keep failing.
It all depends on how you look at it. Yes. In some ways, yes, we failed. But in some other ways, we've been given a second chance.
And a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. Stop me when you get the idea.
Get the idea. Tomorrow's going to be a long day.
And the day after that. You're losing the battle. You know that. You're cut off from reinforcements. Your supplies are running low. Your men are losing their faith. Turn around. You have Anwar. You don't need Texas.
Is that what you think this is all about?
Isn't it?
The oil fields? No. Old friend, no. This is about the lab. You have it. We need it.
The corporations must not find that lab. When we find that lab, we will destroy it. And we will put an end to all of this madness.
Madness? What madness?
Humanity.
To old friends.
To those who have fallen.
To those who have lost their way.
To the hope that they find their way home.
We're done. Yes, too. Take care, old partner.
Night. Keep an eye on my partner. Come on, Mike. Find your way home.
Investigation, interrogation. Do what you want because nothing is clear. Ooh, can you see the truth that sets you free? Who holds the keys? Open the door. I only wanna get out.
Rudolph,
Yeah,
my old friend, how have you been?
I've been well, comrades. It's good to see that you escaped the occupation.
Well, it has not been an easy expedition, but it has been fruitful.
So, why did you bring me to this horrid hellhole?
Aside from it being the last place in which I have to hide? Well, as you know, myself and many others like me are searching for refuge. Any place we can find it. But that refuge takes money. Money that many of us do not have. Our escapes from occupied Germany were very expensive. And many were not successful. But those of us who were need additional resources to survive.
I'm afraid I have very little to offer you.
Nine. But the Soviet government does.
But you know, our government would never take the risk of hiding war criminals.
If the benefit far outweighs the risk.
Forgive me, comrade, but what could you possibly offer that would be benefit to Soviet Union?
Please.
So, how is this to benefit Mother Russia?
Unlike many of my fellow nationalists, I can see that our war with the West and the America is over. I'm afraid the Third Reich will not return. Germany has lost its power, and it will take many centuries to regain it. But your war with the West, is only just beginning.
We have no plans for hostilities with the West. We wish only to be left alone.
The entire world can see the conflict across the globe. Even in this desolate place. It will not be long before there is major conflict in Asia. Perhaps the planned elections in Korea will give perfect excuse for a struggle between communism and capitalism.
So, what is it I'm looking at and what benefit to Soviet Union is it?
Imagine the ability to move your troops halfway across the world in a matter of seconds. Entire tank divisions, entire infantry battalions from Moscow to Washington, D.C. in the blink of the eye. No oceans to traverse, no radar to avoid. Simple, fast, undetectable teleportation.
This technology is proven?
Proven and tested. See, I don't know if you know, Rudolph, but the Americans have been working on a similar technology for many years now. A project called Rainbow.
Ah. Yes, we have heard whispers of such experiment. Experiment in Philadelphia, which technologies led to many deaths and catastrophes beyond your worst nightmares.
But this technology is proven. Without the side effects that the Americans have felt.
Prove it.
I knew you would ask, my old friend. Klaus! Sharon! Rein!
Interesting. Well, aside from the light show, I saw a magician perform the same trick on stage in Moscow 10 years ago. It will take more than parlor trick to convince Soviet government to release its treasure.
Give me any distance, any set of control tests. This is no parlor trick, my old friend. It's the real thing. True teleportation. The key to world domination.
It appears there's a problem with your magic trick.
Was los? Was ist denn los? Let's go. Halt. Was denn? Who are you? Where did you come from?
Oh, easy, G. Let me get my stomach straight, will you?
Amerikaner? Was denn? Amerikaner?
Easy, Hans. Let me figure out where I am.
Weißt du, Rudolf, das ist,
Hello, boys.
woman. Nein! Das Scheiße.
You got any gloves?
I am just guest here.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. Feels like my spleen's in my foot. And my uterus is in my brain. And I don't even have a uterus. I think something went wrong. How come you're not cowering in agony?
Women have a higher threshold for pain, I guess.
Did it work?
Trying to figure that out now.
Where are we?
Miles, trying to figure that out now. Give me a minute. Oh, shit! We're too late. It's 1948. We're 5 years too late.
I set the coordinates myself. Maybe these weren't powered up until now.
They don't have to be powered up, Miles. The tachyons power them up when they hit. You had to screw up the coordinates.
Well, all right. We've got a portal and you've got a time unit. We just hook your unit up to the portal and we try again.
We don't have any more coins, Miles. We can't jump without the coins.
We made the trip for nothing?
No. We just have to find more coins. Then we'll go back the extra 5 years. I've got to stop him, Miles. I didn't do all of this just to let some stupid math equation screw us up now. Just do me a favor and get the coordinates right next time.
All right, fine. But where are we going to get more coins?
We hire ourselves a detective.
So what's all this about, Frank? Drag us up here for what? So Jack can play detective?
You're the one who told us we had 48 hours to find a killer and tie him up in a nice little bow for you. We did that. At least I hope we did. Jack's inside now making the final arrangements.
Jack thinks he found the killer?
He's pretty certain of it.
So let me guess, he called all the suspects out here to the scene of the crime so he can announce who the killer is, huh?
Jack has seen one too many detective movies, if you ask me. Why doesn't he just go back and run his saloon and leave the crime solving up to professionals?
I gotta tell you, Tom, Jack makes one hell of a detective. If it weren't for the old ball and chain, I'd have him on full time. Especially since Dowie and Diamond dropped off the map. I could use the extra shoes.
Jack, a good sleuth.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Tom, back in the day, before Angel in the saloon, he was a pretty good detective. He helped me out on a couple cases.
No slide? Then why doesn't he do more?
Angel?
She thinks the business is too dangerous. She wants Jack home safe and sound at the end of the day, rather than peeping in windows and dodging bullets till all hours of the night.
He wants excitement. Come join the force. Come work for the real law. Not some store-bought, two-bit dime detective out of a cheap pulp novel.
Why, Detective Donaldson, is that a proposal?
Hey, Frank, bet you a fin that he starts out with.
Suppose you're all wondering why I called you here tonight. One of you killed Sarah Underpants.
Umberholt?
Umberholt. And I'm going to tell you who did it. Now, I know what the papers say, that she killed herself. Too many pills. But that ain't the case. Fact is, two of you know who killed her. And because of some dirty little secret, you keep your trap shut. Happened right out there in the driveway. Sarah comes running out of the house, see? She's screaming. Someone's after her. But before she can get away, that someone comes up behind her and strangles her to keep his own filthy little secret. Paula,
What?
you want to tell us what you saw that night?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Well, Scott, would you care to tell us what you and Paula saw that evening?
Scott? What is he talking about? Did you see what happened to my sister?
Well, no, of course not. Why would I know? Really, Mr. Hart, what are you insinuating?
What insinuating? It's a big word for a filthy, dirty bootlegger.
Bootlegger? I'm not a bootlegger. Danny's the one that made a fortune during Prohibition.
That's right. Danny boy. You and Kara had a...
Sarah.
You and Sarah had a thing going on, didn't you?
A thing?
Yeah, a thing. You and Sarah were,
No. Sarah was a pig. You wanna put a stop to this today, Point here?
Actually, I think the old boy's on a roll.
Scott, you're married to Paula.
Chrissy.
Chrissy's married to Paula.
No, I'm married to Chrissy. Ed's married to Paula.
Great sleuth, huh?
Look, the fact of the matter is, Dan, you were boinking Sarah.
Boinking?
Boinking. Slipping her the salami. Giving her the old one-eyed trouser snake. The yogurt-slinging chunky monkey.
Jack, the point...
Giving her the point. No, wait, the point is, you got Sarah pregnant, and you didn't want anybody to know about it, so you iced her.
No.
No?
No.
Yes, and I can prove it. Sarah kept a diary, and she kept referring to this torrid love affair with someone she referred to only as Schnooky Lumps.
Schnooky lumps? Alright, that's enough.
Snooky Lumps?
Your Schnooky Lumps?
You were cheating on me?
Well, I am a man. It's what we do.
Have a seat, Dolph. If you're gonna make a scene, make it original.
So if you're Schnooky Lumps, then you two were doing the pants dance in the back of the car, and you saw who murdered Sarah.
You were sleeping with Dan?
No, just once.
Just once?
Maybe twice.
How dare you, you whore! You're sleeping with my wife, Dan? I thought we were friends.
We are friends. That's why I didn't tell you. I know you're crazy, man. I know that thing.
Bastard!
And this is why we usually do this down at the station.
Congratulations, Jack. You solved the crime.
Who killed Sarah?
The Rangers have pushed us back to El Paso Street. They have reclaimed control of all sectors south of Sector 7. Sectors 9, 2, and 3 are still not controlled, but...
Enough.
This war is over.
No. This war will continue for years after today. But the victor's been decided. All there's left to do is hold on to hope. Pray God changes his mind. Anything new on the IBC project?
No.
It's been weeks. Why haven't we heard anything?
The Queen has learned that she diverted resources from the war effort to this IBC project.
What? How did she find out?
The walls have ears, sir.
Damn it! The IBC project is the key to all of this. All of Donovan's other projects, Blue Star, Blue Moon, the betas, they're all part of this IBC project. If we can just figure the purpose of the IBC project, we can unravel this entire mystery. At best, we discover how to save the world. At worst, we can defend ourselves. I fear that we run out of time. Go find Isabella. I need to speak with her before it's too late.
Yes, sir.
You know, Jack got all the events right. He just got all the names wrong. What happened was Dan and Paula were in the car messing around when they saw Scott kill Sarah to keep his wife Chrissy from finding out that he knocked her up. Now, Paula didn't want Ed finding out about Dan, so she made sure that he didn't say anything. And they almost let a killer go free, too, because of it, just to save their own hides. Kind of sad, if you ask me.
They're pretty damn confusing. So what's gonna happen to Chrissy, Uber Humble Bottom?
Well, they're sending her upriver because she killed Ed and Jack.
Scott.
What?
Chrissy killed Scott. Dan killed Ed after he killed Dan.
So who killed Paula?
That would be you and Donaldson when you were struggling for the gun with Chrissy.
Oh, right. Well, case closed. I'll be seeing you guys.
See you around, Hank. Well, that was, what the hell happened again? Forget it. I'm gonna go home and try and patch things up with the old wife.
How are things going with you two, anyway?
Well, they're going great before I decided to help out on this case. Angel doesn't want me running around playing detective anymore. Says I should be running a nightclub.
She has a point, you know. You do have a life. One that doesn't include running around, sneaking, and dodging bullets.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know I always talked about having a more simple life and getting out from under Donovan's thumb. That's why I left the innocent killers to become a sneaker. But after I married Samantha, I started thinking about getting out of sneaking too. And then when I ended up back here with a new wife and trying to fit in and trying to settle down, I found out you can't just quit cold turkey. You know, sometimes I need that excitement. I mean, not every day, of course, but just now and then. Sometimes I think about. Sometimes I just think about what it'd be like to go back.
Back where?
Home. Back to our time.
What about Angel? It'd be kind of weird bringing back a woman that looks like Carolyn.
You got a point?
Plus, I think Samantha would probably have a few things to say about that.
Well, a few. Guess it's better just to leave well enough alone. All right. I'll see you two at the club tonight.
You bet. Stay at my table.
Today was fun. Reminded me of the first time you arrested me.
First of all, no one got killed that time. Second, that was different, you know. So, tell me, Miss Trudeau.
Yes, Mr. Murphy.
Would you care to accompany me to the finest nightclub in town tonight?
Golly, Mr. Murphy. How on earth will we get in? The list is miles long.
I have a few friends who might be able to secure us a table.
Why, Mr. Murphy, aren't you just about the man in town?
Nothing less for my girl.
Mr. Murphy, I'm sorry to interrupt. My name is Laura Ashton and I need your help.
Isn't that how it starts?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Well, why don't you come in, have a seat, tell us the whole story. No promises, but we will see if we can help.
Thank you. I was told you're a man to trust.